Twitter begins removing legacy verified check marks. Begins or just like straight up did?
They did yesterday.
Straight up did, right?
There are a lot of celebrities that are not too happy about it or just very confused. Although, why? It's just a check mark.
It's weird.
Like, I don't really understand that.
It is a weird psychology to it. The only way, Will, that I'm going with you is on the impersonation aspect. Nobody likes to lose anything that they had. Like, oh, it's gone. See you later. However, I think in this case, that's kind of funny. You just make a laugh about it, make a joke about it. Mm-hmm. There was a point to it. Oh, my Twitter account says I've subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't.
So, Elon started paying for other blue check marks for celebrities. He's done it to 3 at this point.
Oh, and were they all the ones that were critical? Yes. Oh, my God.
So 3, Stephen King, William Shatner,
God.
and...
LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Oh, my God. That is some next level troll. That's way better than 69% funded CBC. That's
a lot of control.
Better than a fart joke. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Because they said, I'll never pay. I'll take a stand. And he's like, you guys have lots of money. He's like, so do I. I'll grab it for you. No problem.
Yeah.
I'll grab you a decade worth of check mark payments.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then they're sitting there like, hey, I don't want your charity, man.
But there's nothing they can do.
Nothing. Now they want to take it off. What are you going to do? Start another account? Try to build up your follower base again? It is... So a lot of his trolls, I'm not like they feel I don't know, low hanging fruit or this right here. That's how you do it. You own the platform. That's how you do it right there. Like that's a Uno reverse card, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly the actual point of that. And then Stephen King goes and says, my Twitter account says I've subscribed to Twitter Blue. I haven't. And Elon replies, you're welcome, namaste, and the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're all the recipients of his checkmark charity. Unbelievable stuff. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's super. Did LeBron respond or any of the other guys?
I don't think so.
No, not
right
yet.
Now. Let me just double check here.
Probably pinned. No, nada.
Wow, 52 million
nada.
followers.
That's what I mean. Like, is he going to... He has to start LeBron James 2. LeBron James, no check mark. LeBron James, no Elon charity mode.
Was he
of course he's not going to do that.
A big person on no check mark, not paying for it? Did he...
I don't know that he was big on it. I think he just cracked a couple jokes or whatever on it. And I think he said he wouldn't do it. He said, say goodbye to the check mark type of thing. What did William Shatner say? Or does he just get it just because? Oh, here we go. I am writing right side up for down under. No, he didn't. I don't think he replied to it directly. 13 hours ago. I don't know. He might not even know that he's like, I wouldn't know, honestly, unless
someone tells you.
Yeah. Or unless I knew I had been vocal about not having it. Mm-hmm. And if you're not following, if you're not checking up on it, like I wouldn't even check up. I wouldn't even, goes to show you how much I care about it. But I do think there is an argument from a impersonation standpoint.
Someone in the chat said William Shatner said thank you.
Oh.
So maybe...
all right. So he was just down for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't want to pay.
He's just like...
$8 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it became like some sort of thing on principle, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, not a big deal.
Are you going to subscribe? Unlock therapy or no?
Well,
We have it for Lou later.
Well, so that's my point. My thing is, I don't want people to get scammed.
Okay.
And if you don't have the check mark, then there's no thing really to tell them. Like, if you get a DM or a reply from an account that looks like mine, like, there's no way of telling them what to avoid. Very few people look at the handle, right? They just look at whatever the title of the thing is. So, I don't know. I might do it just for that. I mean, for me, for $8 a month, if it stops one person from getting scammed, because obviously in our space, there's like quite the propensity for scammers to be involved.
Sure.
And they go, oh, you want the new phone that was just featured in that video. All you have to do is pay for shipping. I'll just tell you right now how these scams work. Because people hit me up after the fact that they're like, oh, is this you? And I'm like, no. And then the only thing I can say is, hey, even if there was any correspondence, there would be a check mark beside it, at least on Twitter. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of all you have. And it is weird to me that element is now behind a paywall. It's like, maybe is there some kind of, maybe, I guess not. I guess otherwise, who would ever pay for it unless it had... He's trying to pump as much value as he can into this subscription.
Yeah.
And try to turn everybody over and get this bigger user base paying.
But also, leveling the playing field by not having just like celebrities get verified check marks or anyone.
Well, it's easy to say you're leveling the playing field as you're cashing all the checks. You're like, hey, I'm leveling the playing field for $8. Well, $8 doesn't sound like a lot, but at scale it is.
At scale, sure.
It's a pretty big deal. I mean, you think about the things that you're willing to pay $8 a month for. It's not many. Mm-hmm. And in most cases, your subscriptions take you directly to a particular piece of content that wouldn't otherwise be unlocked. Mm-hmm. So for $8 a month for these kind of weird marginal things, like it doesn't even completely get rid of ads. It only partially gets rid of ads. Lee says, if you don't get the check mark, you won't populate in the For You on other people's feeds and not HD video for large uploads. So like for sure I'm getting it. I have to get it. Mm-hmm. It is a weird move. I don't know what the taste is in my mouth. It's kind of a weird move. You can imagine if it wasn't Twitter and it wasn't Elon and Mark tried to do this, Zuckerberg at Facebook.
Fail.
People would be like, are you nuts? Elon has such tremendous influence that it kind of sways people's perspective on things. But I don't know. The more things that people are telling me are hidden back behind this check mark at this point in terms of features, the more I'm a little...
You think the features are not there yet? There needs to be more of something?
I think they got to just figure out some revenue. And I think he's been pretty honest about that. He's basically saying I'd rather you guys fund it than have us exclusively rely on advertisers, because in the advertiser only model leaves us susceptible to those influences. We're just too fragile if we only have this one revenue stream.
Yeah.
As has been the case for Twitter in the past. They haven't been extremely profitable. But we all know that these models of please just donate to us, public broadcasting or Patreon type things, they have difficulty at scale. At scale, most people aren't going to do it. And so you try to find a figure which is like weirdly a kind of a more direct way of funding the platform, better for their business, but then presumably his argument is better for you too. And I'm talking outside of these features. The suggestion being that, hey, this enhances our company's capabilities to do the things that, trust me, you want us to do. Yeah. But it's just, if you're not articulating all of that, then people just think it's a cash grab and go, I used to be able to do this thing and now I can't. Mm-hmm. And that's always a tough position to find yourself from a marketing perspective. Yeah. Lou Later, your account on Twitter still has a blue check mark. No, on the Lou Later Twitter account, shout out Brian, on the Lou Later Twitter account, that's the paid thing, which I enabled like as a test when it first came out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, let's see how this works, how long it takes to get it. So that's a paid subscription. I was talking about on the Unbox Therapy account, which previously had a check mark, and as of today does not.
Yeah.
You understand?
A lot of impersonators.
Yeah. So now it's just anybody. If you don't, I mean, for now you can look at the handle if you're worried, and you're like, hey, is that Lou that messaged me or tweeted?
But it's so easy to spoof.
I know.
You know?
I know. They put the 0 instead of the O. I've seen it all, man. Over the years, I've seen it all.
Yeah. You got to get it.
Yeah.